Hey everybody, my name is Sarah Thomas. Today we're going to be reading Kalamata's Kitchen, À la Kalamata. I am the author of this book. All of the beautiful illustrations you're going to see are done by Joe Edwards. And this book is about Kalamata and her best friend Al Dente as they go on an adventure with Chef Eric Ripert and his son Adrian. So let's get started. This is Kalamata's Kitchen, À la Kalamata. Something delicious was happening in Kalamata's kitchen. Earlier that day, Kalamata's mama had chopped lots of fresh veggies for pistou soup, while Kalamata happily removed bright green basil leaves from their stems. The smell was so fresh, so full, so everywhere in the kitchen. Mama's chopped veggies and lots of other good-smelling herbs were simmering away in a pot. Kalamata couldn't help but daydream about her bright, beautiful basil. Is this what the color green smells like? She wondered. Kalamata was just about to write a poem about it when the doorbell rang. Ding dong! Chef Eric was here to visit, and what a treat. He brought his son Adrian with him. Bonjour, Kalamata. I can see and smell that you're very busy in here. Yes, chef, we are. But you've come a little too early to hear my poem about green. It's about basil, but also about al dente. I can't wait to hear that, Kalamata. This beautiful green smell is one of my favorites. It reminds me of when I was a little boy in Provence, in France, and if I close my eyes, I can almost imagine that I'm there. I wish we could go there too, said Adrian. Me too, said Kalamata wistfully. You know, Adrian and I like to travel to different countries every weekend by creating our own restaurant at home and learning about food that people eat all over the world. You don't always have to leave your kitchen to travel to places far away, Chef Eric said, winking at Kalamata. Kalamata knew this very well. Most grown-ups didn't know, but Kalamata's kitchen was magical. Under her table, Kalamata and al dente had gone to many adventures to fantastical, faraway places, and now Chef Eric and Adrian were going to join them too. Tonight, Kalamata's Kitchen will be a new French restaurant, announced Adrian proudly. Fantastique, exclaimed Chef Eric. I'll be the chef. And Kalamata, you'll be my sous chef and help me prepare our meal. Adrian, you'll be in charge of the dining room. And al dente can do the dishes, said Kalamata, giggling. The taste buds got to work right away. While Chef Eric and Kalamata washed the rosy red tomatoes, Adrian designed their menus. What should we call our restaurant? Asked Adrian. Maison de la Dente? Or Chez Tastebud? Suggested Kalamata. How about à la Kalamata? Adrian offered. The whole team agreed that it was perfect. Parfait! But not that kind of parfait, Al. He's so silly. As they decorated the menus, the sounds of Chef Eric chopping and whisking and the soft simmering of the soup pot filled the room like music. Kalamata, help me tear up these herbs. My grandmother had a beautiful garden in Provence. It was full of rosemary and thyme and lavender, and whenever I smell these crushed herbs, I remember their fragrance surrounding me as I ran through her garden. Kalamata breathed in the earthy, herby smells and flew through Grandma's gorgeous green garden. Isn't that beautiful? Sous Chef Kalamata and Chef Eric scooped the juicy middles out of the tomatoes, then filled them with chopped garlic, basil, and the savory, good-smelling herbs. They covered the stuffed tomatoes with breadcrumbs and then slid their tomate farcie into the oven. Together, Kalamata and Adrian set out the plates, with the fork to the left of the plate and the knife and the spoon to the right. They placed water glasses near each knife for Adrian and Kalamata, and an extra fancy glass for the grown-ups. They neatly set a napkin on each plate, and finally, their wonderfully drawn menus on top. Chef Eric lit a candle, and the team stood back to admire their work. À la Kalamata was beautiful. The table had rarely looked prettier or more inviting. The smell of the toasty tomatoes under their breadcrumb blankets enveloped them all. Kalamata, Adrian, thank you for creating this perfect Provençal restaurant with me, said Chef Eric happily. I feel like a little boy again. Thank you for taking us with you, Chef, said Kalamata gratefully. I can't wait to tell Mama about our tasty trip to France. The team made all the last-minute checks and decided that every detail was perfect. À la Kalamata was open for business. Someone's got a little bit of a head start on the bread basket. Just then, Mama came back into the kitchen. She gasped with delight at the sight of the pretty table all set up for dinner. Kalamata, Adrian, how lovely this looks. Where did you all go today? Chef Eric smiled at Kalamata and started serving up their delicious meal. Kalamata opened her arms wide. Welcome to Provence, Mama, and bienvenue to À la Kalamata. Now, if you want to go on this adventure in your own kitchen, we do have a recipe right here for the tomate farci. There's a couple words here that we said in the book that you might not be familiar with, and we have those available for you as well to read more about. And if you want to follow along, I'm going to now read my favorite part of all of our books, which is the Taste Bud Pledge. I promise to keep my mind open and my fork ready, to try each new food at least 2 times and share what's on my plate when someone doesn't have enough. Thank you all so much for going on this adventure with us today to Provence, and I hope you all have a delicious day ahead of you.